I'm sorry.
I was confused for a second. All right. Hello and welcome to the Music Shack podcast. This is episode number 28. This time you're joined by myself, Bruce,
Ron.
And Ed.
What do you mean this time?
There may not be a next time.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we are taking a week off after this.
This is true, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's not going to be a next time.
But how's everybody feeling this week?
Feeling great.
There we go.
Tired from work, but
Oh, damn.
yeah.
You have work?
Yeah, I do, motherfucker.
Congratulations.
Who does that?
Oh, man.
So let's jump right into the Billboard and take a look at what's popular.
Yes, we shall.
We shall.
We can start off the Billboard 100.
Okay.
Starting off number 1, we got Mood by 24K Golden. Number 2, we've got Positions by Ariana Grande. And number 3, we've got I Hope by Gabby Barrett. At number 4, we've got Laugh Now Cry Later by Drake. At number 5, we've got Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. Number 6, there's Lemonade by Internet Money. Number 7, there's Holy by Justin Bieber. Number 8, you got Takiti by Bad Bunny. Number 9, you got Savage Love by Josh685. And at number 10, you got Further Night by Pop Smoke.
All right.
All right.
So on the Billboard 200, we have at number 1 we have Positions by Ariana Grande. We have Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon by Pop Smoke at number 2. Up to number 2, by the way. We have up to number 3 is Fuck Love by The Kid Laroi.
Okay.
Great name.
I gotta agree.
Yeah. He has an anime picture as his cover art for the album, so
Ooh.
it's interesting.
That is a more modern thing.
This is true.
A lot of people are using anime for cover arts, especially in hip hop.
Yeah, I don't.
Makes, but
It's weird how that's where it's nested itself.
hip hop's a reflection of what's going on.
This is true.
You know.
But number 4 we have What You See Is What You Get by Luke Combs. Up to number 5 by King Von is Welcome to O Block. A new entry at number 6 is Emergency Tsunami by Nav. Down to number 7 is Legends Never Die by Juice WRLD. Number 8 is My Turn by Lil Baby. Number 9 is the Hamilton soundtrack. And number 10 is Folklore by Taylor Swift.
I really think, my opinion, I think My Turn is probably going to be my pick for album of the year.
Yeah, you still got a month to go.
I know. But, it tends to slow down around this time.
Hmm.
That's true.
But yeah, as of today, I'd say that.
Okay.
But yeah, moving on to the artist list. Ariana Grande is number 1. Luke Combs is number 2. BTS is number 3. Harry Styles is number 4. Juice WRLD is number 5. May he rest in peace. The Weeknd is number 6. Pop Smoke is number 7. May he rest in peace. Morgan Wallen is number 8. King Von is number 9. May he rest in peace. And Post Malone is number 10. And that rounds out your top 10 artists, according to Billboard.
Yeah.
So, where do we want to go this week?
We got a few directions to start off with.
We do. And I have a bit of a blend of my genre and your genre.
Okay.
And then Bruce gave us pure rock and roll.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which I can't wait to get into.
Right. So why don't we start there then?
All right,
Yeah.
to start off with that then.
What did you have, Bruce?
So I had... There it is.
Yeah?
I had Power... Oh, shush it. I had Power Up by AC/DC. The 17th album that they put out. It's just pure rock and roll all the way
Yep.
through.
I actually kind of like this one.
Yeah.
What I liked about it was the fact that it sounds like them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like through the entire thing. Like they didn't go for anything outside of what they do.
No, and it's very...
Some people would say that it's safe, but I like it.
I mean, when you're
Hey.
as big as AC/DC, it doesn't matter what you do.
I don't want AC/DC to do anything else.
Right.
You know?
It's like, that's the noise we're going for.
And they're so far into their career at this point that they're allowed to do whatever they want, and if you hate it, you hate it. If you don't, then cool.
They could have definitely experimented like a motherfucker on this album.
Right, but like,
Oh, yeah.
at this point, they don't. They're like, we're comfortable with what we got.
Yeah,
We're gonna keep doing it.
they kept it very very safe. I did like
There's a couple off this I liked,
yeah.
Yeah.
like a lot.
I don't know about a lot, but there's a few songs that stood out to me.
Yeah.
Some of the riffs sounded like I've heard them before. Felt like songs I heard by them prior. But my phone's taking forever to load the list. Something about a witch.
Witch's Spell?
Yeah, thought that was a good one.
I like
that
Demon
was a good
Fire.
one. Those
Demon Fire was good too.
those
yeah.
were two really good ones.
Systems Down was pretty good too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's AC/DC, and it's very much what they're good at. I love how they're labeled as hard rock on Apple for this album, which, I mean, I guess there's influence, but like, it's not even hard rock.
Yeah.
I don't know.
but yeah.
I can't complain.
Yeah, but that's what I got to bring to the table this week.
Okay, while we're on the topic of rock, we do have an album that I unfortunately didn't hear because my phone doesn't like Ron apparently.
Yeah, apparently. So Ghost Kid came out with this self-titled as a debut. And we talked about a song on this previously. We talked about This Is Not Hollywood.
Okay.
Specifically the J-Dog version and not the other one. But both are really good. But this album is metalcore. And there's actually a lot of rap and hip-hop influence, which I had a feeling was going to be a thing. It's not on every song, but it's definitely there on the ones that it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with it. It's very nice. Like, it's not even so much a blend. It's more like it's accenting the metal, and like in the background, and in terms of his rhythm and like some verses, and it's nice. I don't know if this is. There was a thing I heard that Ghost Kid is actually the former vocalist for Eskimo Callboy, and I don't know how true that is. I've never decided to look into it.
Okay,
But if that's the case, this dude has some range.
nice.
So, because he's very like his normal scream is a higher pitch instead of like a mid-tone, but he can do a mid-tone, and apparently he can do a really low tone, which is also nice.
Sure.
And it's very, very energetic. And some of them are actually a little, like, there's some dark twists on them, especially with Sharks, and I think Start a Fight. But yeah, it's 11 songs, 42 minutes. I like it. I like it a lot. I think one of the ones that stood out to me was You and I and Supernova.
I'm a little upset that I missed out on it, but because
It is what it is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I would recommend this to anybody who's looking to add some different type of metalcore to your playlist. Because it is metalcore, but it is different. It's a nice take on it, in my opinion. And that is what I had.
All right. I have the phone dropping.
It's either you drop the phone or hit a mic.
Yeah.
It's
I haven't hit the mic yet.
It's the Ed signature. It's how you know he's here.
Right. And speaking of hip hop and rap,
I had Future and Little Uzi Vert's new project,
which is
Baby Pluto versus
Baby Pluto X.
actually Pluto X
Baby
Pluto. I thought it was dope. No honest real standouts.
Yeah, it was alright.
I mean, Off That was good. Plastic. When I heard that beat come in,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know what it is, but it had Kodak Black written all over it. Like I heard that, and it's definitely a Kodak Black type beat. Like that is the vibe and the feel that I got off of it. But would have been nice if they had him on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this week with everything that dropped, I don't know if you guys have anything else to expand upon or with that album.
I mean, it felt kind of short for being 16 songs,
It did.
but I think that's because like they're all like 3 minutes or less.
Yeah.
which is I think typical now. Which, I mean, it is what it is. But like, I don't know, because I played it, and then like, not even well, this says almost an hour later. To me, it felt like 30 minutes later, and it was over. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The but as far as like what has dropped this week, me back in my old days, not like my scumbag days, like where I was just getting stoned and drunk every goddamn night like a moron.
Right.
Would have loved this. We got Future, Little Uzi Vert, 2 Chainz, and Kodak Black dropped this week. Kodak's album was good. I couldn't find any real standouts. But 2 Chainz dropped So Help Me God.
This man.
And there was a different 2 Chainz than what I'm used to hearing on this album. For some of the songs.
Right.
One that I want to hear more of. His song Vampires, Southside Hove, and Can't Go For That. I thought were amazing. And I was shocked by it because I wasn't expecting to hear 2 Chainz like rap. I was expecting him to rap and say stupidity.
Because it's 2 Chainz.
Yeah, I was expecting to hear some new stupid thing that I could quote.
And then something
like
intellectual come out.
Yeah. Yeah, like Febreze.
Right.
You know, or like, you know, some of the shit off his Trapavelli album or, you know, his Goat album. Or not Goat, Boats album. But, I mean, Gray Area had that.
Right.
where he literally says, I'm old enough to be your daddy, young enough to fuck your mama.
Oh.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah. But, I mean, I was impressed with Mulatto's verse on Quarantine Thick.
Mm-hmm.
He also did a song with Kevin Gates called Ziploc. That's definitely worth checking out. And Free Later, which is featuring Little Uzi Vert and Chief Keef.
Chief Keef, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a name I don't hear thrown around a whole lot.
I haven't heard music by him in
I haven't heard
Yeah.
the name in a long ass time.
Be honest with you, I don't remember what his verse is. Because for whatever reason, I guess because I was driving when I heard the album.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every time I heard the album. So, like, you miss out on certain verses. I can't even quote a piece to his verse. But Uzi's verse is nuts on that song.
Yeah.
I think it's one of his better verses. But yeah.
But we also have some singles this week.
That we do.
We all actually, we have quite a bit actually,
Yes.
which doesn't usually happen.
No. No, but Ed went diving.
we could tell.
I've noticed.
What are you talking about? I recommended one Spanish song, one
Electronic song.
actually it was reggaeton, one electronic song, one pop song.
Yeah, you went digging all right.
Yeah.
I did like Midnight though.
Yeah.
That one was good.
There's a few other songs I was going to recommend,
Mm-hmm.
and I found out the one was from 4 months ago, and then the other one was from 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So we want to talk about Midnight? Since
Sure.
He jumped right on that one.
Sure.
Yeah, it was a little repetitive
Mhm.
in terms of like the bass like rhythm and the structure, but it was overall I like the tonality of it.
Yeah. That's what stood out to me, was just the overall tone of the song, and thought it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, that is one thing I love about electronic music is the song can have a title, and that title can be reflected really well in just what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what that formula is,
You name it by the feel.
but like every time I hear electronic song and I see the title of the song, it's like, yeah, that actually fits what it sounds like. So it's weird, and I love that they do that. I don't hear anybody else. You can't really do that with traditional music with lyrics.
Yeah.
It's
But
very
when
much
you have lyrics, you got to name it off the feel of the lyrics.
right.
Because the words outspeak the sound. When you don't have lyrics, you gotta.
I was actually talking to your brother, Bruce, about this when we were driving home on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He and I were talking about music for a little bit, and I got on the topic of how instrumentals sound completely different than an actual traditional song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And an example of that is Canto 34 by Five Finger Death Punch. And the reason it's called Canto 34 is that it was a hell to write when they were doing it because they wanted to do an instrumental piece, but it was such a completely different method, and it was hell for them to write, basically, as one of the guitarists put it, I think. And that is why it's called Canto 34, because Canto 34 is a section of hell, basically.
Okay.
Which is where that name comes from. So, but yeah, like I said, I love that instrumentals can have a certain feel to it, and then the name can reflect that feel, like, almost to a T.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I like. And what else did you have, Ed?
Oh,
Please
Inform us a little bit more about
Enlighten.
this other stuff you brought.
enlighten the audience.
we have Benin dropping it's a single off of her new album, Hey You X, called Happen to Me. It's a very depressing song, like
Yes.
when you dive into the lyrics and everything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I found it very relatable.
And she opens the album with it too.
Yes, this is the first song on the album.
And and if you pay attention to it, it hits hard for whatever reason. That's what she started with.
Yeah, but if you suffer from anxiety, you will definitely find this relatable.
Oh yeah. That is for sure.
And on a funner note, I gave you guys
Dakota.
Raw Alejandro and J Balvin's Dakota, which I love,
It is.
It was very playful.
It
I
is
wish I
absolutely
understood it.
banging.
but I loved it.
It was very playful in terms of like how it sounded.
It's one of those moments where you always have to remember that you don't have to understand the music to enjoy it.
Yes.
Baby metal. Or, anything black metal.
Hell, when I first got into power metal, I didn't understand a single goddamn thing.
Right.
I mean, it took me a little bit for my ears to catch up to speed rap.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first got into metal, because of the way that people were growling
Mm-hmm.
at the time period that got me into metal, it took me a while for me to be able to understand what they were saying.
Yeah, there's still some songs by bands I love that I still don't understand the words to because of the way it's conveyed.
Well, we were debating on whether or not Laura Shore
Yeah.
was saying any words in the drop off of what was the name of that song?
Immortal.
Yeah,
That was an Immortal.
which I still love,
That's still a good song.
but there's no words.
It's just he's just he's just growling.
Just screeching.
We weren't sure. Yeah, we weren't sure if he was conjuring demons or not. But
Like we looked it up on like a metal lyrics site,
and there's nothing there.
and it's just nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
But that's one of my favorite things about music is that music is one of the universal languages of humans.
Mhm.
yes,
Well, it's like Obey the Brave has I think on every album so far they have one song that's in French. They're from Ontario,
really,
Yeah.
that's dope.
so they have at least one song I think on every album they've done so far that is in French.
See, I like that when somebody's like from somewhere that doesn't necessarily speak English, and they make like a lot of English music, but they still want to sit there and say, "Yo, this is where I'm from.
This is how I talk
This is yeah,"
Hey,
and they drop it on you like, "Yo,
out of nowhere too. And
welcome to my world."
I love it.
Yeah,
it's great stuff.
Yes, but yeah. Moving on,
moving on.
we have. Well, I gave you guys I think 3 songs. What was that?
I have no idea. Anyway,
Okay.
All right, none of us know what that was. All right.
I gave you guys 3 songs. I gave you the new Hollywood Undead off of Empire Volume 2. I gave you, it's called Gonna Be Okay.
yeah,
I love this for how short it is.
It's very good.
it felt repetitive to me, but
Well, I mean, that's how most of the stuff is now on the new Empire stuff. But I like it personally. It's like, to me, they don't put out a bad song.
I got you.
They have some weaker stuff for sure, and it's a lot of the newer stuff lately. Anything past 5 has been like weaker in terms of like how good it's been and how much I can replay it, but it's still great.
I mean, repetitive isn't always a negative thing. I mean, one of my favorite songs when I was, I think, like 13 or 14 was "Killing in the Name of."
Yeah.
By Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
And that song,
it's hella repetitive.
yeah,
It's like the same thing over and over again.
but that's how I
But
felt
it's
back
such
then.
a good
Fuck you, I
song.
won't do what you tell me.
Yep. But I love the chorus in this song. When the world is out of focus and looking kind of hopeless, I like to sit alone with my brain and provoke it.
Yeah, it's funny.
That set of words, that line, like those lines, I absolutely love. And the way Danny like just delivers it is great. Ed's over here vibing, by the way. But I love the chorus, and I find myself singing it in my head lately, just out of nowhere. So it's definitely one of their catchier tones. I like.
Mhm.
And then Black Veil Brides came out with a new song called Scarlet Cross, and it's very much arena rock / hard rock with Andy's magnificent voice.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yes,
Yes.
I love it. I'm excited for more stuff. I guess they're doing another album. They did recently, like a couple months ago or whatever. They had the remaster or the re-recording, I guess, of their first album, which was great. That was fun to relive. But yeah, new music by them. It's great. And then Wage War. Wage War dropped Surrounded. I had no idea they were gonna do new music this early. They had just dropped an album last year.
I unfortunately listened to it once, and I was... yeah. Yeah.
It's
Weren't all there.
No, I was not all there. So unfortunately, I don't remember anything. I just remember putting it on.
well, then remind me, and I'll play it when we're done.
Okay.
It's chaotic, and they do it well. They do chaotic well.
You know, chaotic works with metal.
It does.
It works very well.
Considering I played Tala before we started recording this.
There's few genres that you can do chaotic in and it work. Dubstep, bass house,
And metal.
and metal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or prog.
Haven't heard prog.
It's basically like a subgenre of metal and rock. It's just it's like they call it prog.
Okay.
Which is a bunch of different time signatures thrown together, basically.
So it's like math rock.
In a way.
Okay. So I wouldn't necessarily like it.
Probably not.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it Surrounded is basically just a bunch of chaos thrown together, and it's just breakdown, chorus, breakdown, chorus, breakdown, outro, essentially. And that's what Wage War does typically, and they do a good job at it, and that's why I like it. It reminds me of Blueprints, which is their first album, and it reminds me of Deadweight, which is the second album.
So I mean, it's good training music, or workout music.
Oh yeah, absolutely, abso-fucking-lutely.
That's what I heard. Or mosh music.
Or mosh music,
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, like I said, I was
I
not.
can't do safely or responsibly.
You can never mosh safely. What are you talking about?
Bro, what? Are you kidding me? You don't know how to mosh safely?
Yeah, it's called staying out of the pit,
You just
Exactly.
which is what I do.
I was gonna say you just gotta make sure you give and
Any
don't
of you
receive.
pussies don't want to punch in the fucking face, there's gonna be a pit right fucking here. Get out of the fucking pit. And I'm running. I'm out the pit. I'm gone.
See ya.
Thanks for the heads up, bro.
But yeah, like I said, I wasn't expecting Wage War to drop new music this early. They just put an album out last year. So I was not expecting. Granted, I don't remember how long ago and like how far into the year it was. But if I had to guess, I think it was around like May of last year. So yeah, it's still kind of early. I think for them to be dropping something new, but I'm all for it. That's what I got. Do you have anything, Bruce?
I only had the album this week.
Okay, that's
Okay.
nothing. That's nothing new.
What?
Want to move on to the ish we've been fucking with.
Sure.
I love how I censored out shit.
Because you're not allowed to say shit, but you can say fuck all you want.
Considering I dropped it, yes.
Jesus fuck, bro.
Look at another one.
I heard blasphemy is actually illegal in some states.
Blasphemy?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, apparently the way I just said Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, that
You
could
blasphemer.
I could be fined for that in
Blasphemer.
some states. Where the
Weird.
We shall purge you in the holy fire.
Please do. It was only a matter of time.
But yeah, so what do we what do I want to bring up that's like what we've been going back to a lot.
All right. I found a playlist curated by DJ Paul called Behind the Boards. DJ Paul, he's a member of 3-6 Mafia. And on it, I heard a song by Ludacris that I never heard before called Diamond in the Back, where he samples... I had it up. Give me a second. Where he samples William DeVon's song Be Thankful for What You Got. And he's rapping about, just looking at people who have money and going, why the fuck do they have money? How the fuck do I get money? Yeah,
How do I get what they have?
Right.
he's rapping about like seeing like the dope boys and being like, maybe I should do that. Like, like I just think it's intriguing, like to hear him rap from that perspective, or to hear anyone rap from that perspective. Because
Right.
most people are like, I got this, I got that. Like, even people who don't have it.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of cap.
And then now you have someone talking about like, how do I get that?
It's an old song, which
Yeah.
is why, it's like that. But today would have been laughed out. Oh, he's got holes in his socks? Huh, I ain't listening to this guy.
Right.
I want to listen to the guy rapping about having a Ferrari while not even being able to afford a Honda Civic. Oh, shit.
Which that's pretty bad.
It's craziness.
There's a lot of cap in rap.
There is. Unless you're 21 Savage, where it sounds like you do everything you talk about.
Yeah, he's very believable. Same thing with Push.
Yeah. Hey, it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been going through a lot of metalcore, mainly like Feeder to the Sharks, some Motionless in White, a little bit of where's it at? Just going through a little bit of Beheading the King, although that's more of a, I guess that is metalcore, a little heavier, but same genre. Been going through that. I've been going through. I went through a little bit of Eyes Set to Kill earlier, back to From Ashes to New with Day One, because I love that album.
Mm-hmm.
Still trying to learn all the words to Through It All. I have most of them.
You'll get there eventually.
I'm almost there. I'm missing one little part. That's about it. Yeah, that's kind of where I've been at. But with I'm drawing a blank on what I just talked about. That's not good. I am tired. I am tired. Can't you tell?
Damn.
Hello, tired. I'm Bruce.
There we go.
I was listening to Obey the Brave on my way home too. A little bit of Righteous Vendetta.
Mm-hmm.
But I was mainly listening to Feeder to the Sharks. And I always talk about how I love this. I love that group. And I'm kind of I will always be upset that they're subsequently they're not making new music anymore.
Maybe it's because they got fed to the sharks.
I guess. But yeah, their last album was 2015, and I wish they could find another singer so we can have more music, because I really think they could find someone to fit their sound, but the original vocalist was like such a key part of it, because he had a very like feral high scream, and then his lows were just very dark and aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
and I've never heard anyone do his specific tones before. So it's unique, and it's melodic metalcore. So it's a lot of zeros, a lot of like chromatic stuff, and it's great. Breakdown heavy, because that's just what they do. But one of the songs that I always seem to go back to, and I seem to focus on more lyric-wise, is Shore of Loneliness. Don't know why, but that's what I usually go back to, and I have like the most focus on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the lyrics pulled up right away, but there's something about...
You have... Like, is there anything in the lyrics that like stands out to you? Like
I can tell you in a second. I think they're on here. They are. Let's see. Well, it opens up with "Lying to myself, you were just a dream." Because if you really pay attention to like a lot of what's said in these songs off of the Savage Seas album, it's about a past relationship that I guess, from what I can tell, didn't go very well, and kind of ended poorly.
Like every Linkin Park song ever.
That's not even just, but that's really not the case. But yeah,
I know.
I was gonna say, it's like you don't really people don't really make music about past relationships that went well.
Yeah, I don't think there's a point, really, because who wants to listen to that?
Yeah, you're just like, I had a good time and now it's over.
Yeah,
it's about all you get.
Yeah, I mean, I think Chainsmokers attempted it with a few of their songs.
I think so.
Only, hold on, that was more or less like a one-night stand.
Yeah, that's a little different, actually.
Yeah,
it's a little different.
It's still a wee bit different.
All right. Oh, one-night stands are... Nah. Okay, carry on.
The chorus is, even in death you're beside me, which I could see that our dream is dead and buried. Like, just... And the way... Because the vocalist didn't just scream. He did cleans. And he did a very good job at it. It was like early 2000s, like core punk rock cleans. And it works really well for what they were doing. And it just... Everything about the song, it's for this one, it's the one I go back, like I said, I put the most focus on. I don't know why. I think it's because of the way the lyrics are conveyed. But yeah, I love the whole thing. It's 9 songs, but that's the one I focus on the most. Or Buried Alive.
Mm-hmm.
Why, do you want to be buried alive?
No,
this can be arranged.
It can, but let's not.
The fact that he recognized that it could.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of songs that we covered earlier in the year
about
being buried alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Holy shit. There was an album named after it.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because he was 6 feet under.
6 feet under where you motherfuckers bury me. Shout out to Gravedigger, man.
Right?
Yeah. It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of just where I've been.
It's off his song, 6 feet under. I'm just trying to give credit, like, in case we give flag. Fuck it.
Yeah.
At least people will know where it came from.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of just where I've been, like, musically. Just been in the mood for aggressive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Which is, I mean, that's nothing new.
It's just what you listen to.
It's just what I listen to. But yeah, like I said, that's where I've been floating. I'll probably go somewhere else next week.
Mm-hmm. But this past week, I've been in an electronic kick. So I've been listening to stuff by Savlonic, Carpenter Brutes, someone I found out about just Monday Clarks. All amazing shit.
Okay.
And of course, I've been going through everything that Monster Cat released because they just have
Cat there.
They just have some of the best stuff there.
I do that with Spin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With Spinning Records.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about Header's song. And the
actually,
other 3 songs I was going to talk about there.
They're older.
But actually, while I was going through and listening to these songs,
good.
Savlonic released another album back in the first half of the year emulated. They did another cover album,
Ooh.
and they did 10 different songs.
What'd they do?
They did Obsession, Roads, Heartbeats, Careless Whisper,
Oh.
Rent, Paranoid, You Spin Me Round, Love is a
You Spin Me
Battlefield,
Right
Cars,
Round.
and Love Will Tear Us Apart.
Which Paranoid?
I'm unsure. I'll have to listen to it again. But every single song was done so well.
Valid question.
Because when I think of Paranoid, I think of Black Sabbath.
Yes.
But there are other songs that are titled Paranoid.
Yeah. But it was very nice to hear that, because just the way they've been upgrading their sounds every
Mhm.
time they make new music, it's been great. And then, like I said, Carpenter Brute, he's got amazing stuff. He's got amazing covers as well, like Maniac. He's done a cover of Thriller.
And
And then,
something about Thriller that I'm just not impressed with.
yeah, I mean,
I feel that.
yeah, I feel that as well. It's just, when you put it into synthwave, it seems to kick way better.
Right. And I think that's it's weird. Like that's probably what it was meant to do,
Mm-hmm.
like as its own thing. But it doesn't seem to do that for me.
I mean, my favorite Michael Jackson songs, Beat It.
Even
Yeah.
that one, like that one's good. But like
yeah.
I don't know. I like some Michael Jackson stuff. There's just I don't know. They don't seem to hit as well as everyone makes it seem like they do.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
but one of
Just
my
can't vibe with that era, bro. You also got a
But-
problem with like rock that was made in that era. Like it's just not your era.
Maybe.
But one of my favorite songs I've been listening to the past week by Carpenter Brute is Hairspray Hurricane.
Hairspray Hurricane.
It is it
Okay.
is a fucking trip.
Sounds like it.
It is amazing.
It seems like he's trying to get
He's
an
trying-
idea.
He's trying to get an idea of what it could be.
Carry on.
But yeah, it's just
Hairspray Hurricane. It sounds like it's all over the place.
5.5 minutes long. It's just so goddamn good.
All right.
But that's what I've been listening to the last week.
All right. Want to move on to
News?
Sure. So apparently, Lil Wayne is facing federal weapons charges.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Why am I
for
not surprised?
An event that happened in December of 2019. He could face up to 10 years in prison if convicted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do we know what exactly the charges are? And then we just know that they're
so
federal
it's
federal
one
weapons.
account of
Possession of firearm
Yep.
by felon, right?
and one account of ammunition by
Yeah, because I was reading up on it earlier, and it was that he showed up in Miami, Florida on a private plane, and when they searched his luggage, they found the gun, the gold-plated gun,
Of course.
as well as the ammunition. So,
Well,
which he fully admitted to knowing
The-
that he
the-
had it.
these are illegal.
I mean, so the what is it? I mean, I seen a story a while back, involving one of Wayne's tour buses getting shot at.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody shot at my fucking tour bus, you could best bet I'm fucking packing.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like, no matter where the fuck I go. Like, so,
Apparently there's a Deftones member, I think it's one of the guitarists, who thinks the world is flat.
okay. Welcome to 2020, where the question is, what is the world flat while other people deal with actual fucking problems?
Right?
take a gamble of whether or not this person thinks the world is flat.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't read. That was the article title. I was like, I don't want to read this. 'Cause I don't want to lose brain cells.
Yeah, there's no need to do that.
But apparently, as a member of Deftones, after releasing Ohms, he's like, yeah, I think the world's flat. Okay.
And
Way to
then-
backfire yourself.
Yeah, and then we got some news on System of a Down.
Yeah,
that-
apparently they can't agree on
Yeah,
like making the new music. they're having issues again.
Yeah, like everything just happened. Like from what I've read, everything happened to mesh perfectly. All the stars aligned, where everything went perfectly without any hitches when they made the songs recently.
And then now that they're out, they're like, yeah, we can't.
But they still can't come to an agreement of how they want to progress the band forward and how they want to deal with things.
Yeah.
So
apparently they just can't agree on anything anymore.
Yeah. So.
But apparently you put them in the studio to write music, and it's like, hey, we can apparently get along just fine.
I mean, the biggest thing about that is that they were making it for the cause, and that's the reason they were there to do it. They were doing it for the cause.
Well, then I think they should say, hey, why don't we do a whole album like this?
Yeah. But
that's what I think they should do next, then.
But from what I've read is that not all of them think that certain people should have as much power in there as they want, so there's always going to be disagreement.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah. People always have disagreements like that, but...
Yeah, but to have it be so severe that they can't continue to make more music.
Yeah. But...
I don't know. I hope they get more sewed.
Yeah. It was nice to hear some new stuff by them. But...
Personally, I think it'll be great. But, yeah. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how long it takes them to put something else out, because I'm sure they'll find a way.
Yeah, they'll find something eventually.
Or they'll... You have a record tonight, apparently, for hitting things. Because you drop the phone, you hit the mic, you hit the mixer, you hit the table, you hit the mic again. Like...
You can get it all for only $10.99.
Okay, I didn't realize we were charging.
We're charging people for every time I hit the mic? Let's go!
How much are we charging? Because I can get expensive.
It's just the way you were listing it off, it sounded like an advertisement. Just like, you get the microphone, you get the phone, you get the floor, all for $10.99.
It's like slap chop commercials.
Just slap and chop. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Do you have any news, Ed? Other than the
Lil Wayne thing, no.
No? Alright.
Yeah, that's
so I guess that leads us to upcoming releases.
Yes.
For November. Oh, preferably for November 20th, but knowing the both of you, we're probably gonna have ones that are earlier.
I got one that I missed. I unfortunately didn't get to hear. I don't even know if it's out because I didn't even see anything for it. Russ dropped the Chomp EP, possibly. This is according to Hip Hop DX. That was November 17th, so that was yesterday. So, I hope he did, because that'd be cool to check out.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good to get new music from Russ. But slated for the 20th, we have Coke Boys 5 by French Montana.
Okay.
Recession 2 by Jeezy. Jesus Christ, this is going to be a terrible week for me. Good luck having me listen to any of your shit. Fucking French Montana, Jeezy. St. John is dropping While the World Was Burning. YSN Flow is dropping Long Story Short.
You're a little too close.
My bad. Where was I? Oh, yeah.
My bad.
Rich the Kid and Young Boy Never Broke Again is dropping Nobody Safe. And Meg Thee Stallion is dropping Good News.
You had good news, certainly.
Based
on what you sent us.
That was proper album promotion, bro. If you could afford to have a cat suit, made that has your album name on your on your thigh, most men, when they see a picture of Meg Thee Stallion, that's where they're looking. So I thought it was good album promo.
I gotta say, I looked at the picture and I felt a little weird because I was just like, this feels really disproportional.
Right.
Like nothing looks like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Is that just what they look like?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I thought the cowboy hat was interesting.
Yeah, sure. That's what you found interesting.
No, it's not.
That's what you found interesting. Okay.
So Miles to no, she's from Texas, so like.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Sure.
Then.
Yeah. So
That's
her
what you-
having a cowboy hat.
That's what you found interesting. I don't believe that for a second.
All right, slurp.
Oh,
Yeah. I watched you struggle after he said positions. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried. First, what do you have?
All right,
anything at
so
all.
slated for the 20th for EDM albums, EPs, and remix packs. We got Bad Decisions by King of the... Wait, hold on a second. Bad Decisions is dropping King of the Youth.
Why'd
Okay.
you look at me? He said bad decisions, and you looked at me.
Yes,
I make great decisions.
you do now.
It took you a little bit of time.
It took me 28 years, but you know, and I'm only 27. So who the fuck's counting me?
I was going to say...
Welcome to school with Ed. And here's math. Here's Ed's math.
Fuck, get back here, damn it.
As long as it's not R. Kelly math.
And then we got Bad Clad is dropping Blunt Force. Boogie T is dropping Joint Force.
Oh, I see what they did there.
Brennan Hart is dropping Brennan Hart and Friends. Chassis is dropping the Introduction. Disciple is dropping the Afterlife Collection Volume 1. Guilt Chip and Swan are dropping Absolute Ruin. Half an Orange is dropping Mostly We Grow Part 3.
Ooh, I'm excited for that then.
Mm-hmm. Knock 2 is dropping Knock This Off Part 2.
Knock it off, Ron.
No.
Mala and Koos are dropping Hell. Marsh is dropping... let's try Leilani.
Let me see it.
That one right there.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna... not gonna...
You're not gonna butcher it?
No.
Come on, butcher it.
No, he already did.
All right.
I already did it for him. Then Mize is dropping Thought Process. New Tone is dropping Sweeter / Do It Right. And we got Quicks and Jules is dropping Chicane.
You have a fucking long list.
Yes.
Jesus.
There's a good amount of stuff dropping this week. We got Socks is dropping Passion.
Socks.
Speaker Honey is dropping Interrupted. Two Lanes is dropping Lights.
2 lanes.
Ardalan is dropping
Two
Mr. Good
Lanes.
Remix Album.
Can't.
I went down one road, then went down the other. That's why they call me too late.
That would be something you would write too.
Yeah. It does
I
sound like
can't.
it.
I can't.
And then the last thing I got is Spencer Brown is dropping Spider-Man on Ambien and Stairs.
Okay.
That sounds like an interesting one to listen to.
It does.
Ambient and stairs.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so it's somebody ambiently walking upstairs. What's wrong with that?
Maybe they're
It's
dressed as-
Spider-Man.
Maybe they're dressed as Spider-Man.
You never know. Maybe Elsa's at the top of the stairs.
No.
What twist did we just go down?
The weird YouTube algorithm that there used to be.
Yes.
Okay, carry on with your Scandinavian diseases.
Let me know what have I caught this week.
So,
Hopefully not any speed horn.
slated for November 20th, I have Communic with Hiding from the World, Dark Tranquility with Moment, Diamond Head with Lightning to the Nations 2020, Helvik with Welcome to Hell, Ilsa
think
with
it's
Prayer. Ilsa with Prayer. Iron Maiden is doing a live album called Knights of the Dead Legacy of the Beast, live in Mexico City.
I actually saw previews for that already.
Yeah.
Home of the Aztecs.
Ginger is dropping a live in Melbourne,
Ooh, I'm
so a Ginger live album. We
They're
have
soulless.
we have Killer Be Killed with Reluctant Hero, Pain of Salvation with The Perfect Element Part 1 re-release, and Tombs with Under Sullen Skies.
So it looks like all we caught this week was Diamond Head
Yes. And Helvik.
and Helvik.
Helvik sounds bad. What does that entail?
It
I
sou-
should WebMD this.
It sounds like something you would get in your pelvic bones. Like you got into an accident, now your pelvic bone is in dust.
Oh god.
Okay.
That would not be
By the way,
great.
since we're taking next week off, I actually have 2 albums slated for the 27th.
Oh, we're gonna talk about those ones then.
If you guys want,
Sure.
I got nothing that far out.
I got you.
I got a list. So
All right. Juicy J is dropping The Hustle Continues. Can't wait. And
Okay.
Young Thug is dropping Slime Language 2.
slime language.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what we need to learn how to do.
Bro,
Okay.
You got a problem with Slime Language?
That is just a
No.
interesting name.
All right.
Is that it? That's it? Two?
Yeah.
Just two?
Just two. But
Okay.
Okay.
expect a text about Juicy's album.
I have for the 27th is I'm a Hero with their self-titled. We have Billy Joe Armstrong with No Fun Mondays.
Ooh.
Well, that's because Mondays suck.
Cadaver with Eder and Bile.
Hmm.
We have Hatebreed with Way to the False Self. Ed just lit up like a Christmas tree.
That sounds like an amazing title.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like something I would listen to.
Mork Grinning, I believe that's how it's pronounced, is dropping two re-releases. We have Return Fire and Tusen Arhar Gat. I think I butchered the hell out of that one. Those are re-releases though. My Dying Bride is coming out with Cobb Cabaret. It's an EP. We have Smashing Pumpkins with Sear. Sodom is dropping Genesis 19. Voivod is dropping Lost Machine Live. And then Volbeat is dropping Hocus Bonus Vinyl. And Rewind, Replay, Rebound live in Deutschland.
In Deutschland?
In Deutschland. And then Within the Ruins is dropping Blackheart.
Okay.
Nice.
So, I will probably listen to Hatebreed, and I'll probably listen to Cadaver and Billy Joe Armstrong.
Yeah, I just listened to half of The Fetus. by Hatebreed.
Within 2 minutes.
Anyway.
But that is what I have for 27th.
All right.
Since Bruce can't look that far into the future.
Hey, my lists are week by week basis. That's how you know you get the good shit there.
If that sometimes.
Hey, that way you know you get the good shit.
I just hate when I read something out and I'm excited for it and it doesn't drop.
Or if it drops and it's bad.
Yeah. When it drops and it's bad, I think it's worse than when it just doesn't
Yeah.
drop.
Probably.
2
it like
Chainz, So Help Me God, I think I've talked about dropping, I think in July or August.
yes, and it's now out in
Yeah.
November.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't really anticipate it dropping. I really wasn't planning on going looking for it if we didn't have this podcast. I
Mhm.
wouldn't have heard it. Because
That's how I feel about a lot of what we talked about so far.
Yeah.
So I would have not have known a lot of this dropped.
But I'm grateful that it did, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, this show gives me a reason to talk about music in the way I want to, that I don't ever get to do with anybody else, because nobody is into music as much as
The three of us.
yeah. So it's a nice thing to do.
But if you happen to be a person that's into music like we are, why don't you give us a follow on Twitter?
Yeah, we do have that now.
@MusicShatPod. Give us a follow for the latest updates. You'll be able to know when episodes drop, and you'll hear any news from us in the future as well.
Yeah, so don't feel free if you do drop us a follow, hit the notification icon. Do the same thing on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell for a notification every week when we drop an episode. And thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week with more noise.
There, as always, player, one love, stay safe. Damn, COVID is out. The cops are out too. They know that Jersey's about to go back under lockdown. So if you live in Jersey, cross your T's, dot your I's, even dot the lowercase fucking J's, bro. Like, they are out and fucking about. Like, they pull people over non-stop because they know we're going back under lockdown. So they're trying to meet their quotas and shit. So watch your ass.
Watch your ass.
Watch your way.
Instead, Amash isn't raised because you can't do that responsibly with the COVID, but Pfizer's got a vaccine coming and so does Madura, so shout out to them.
Hell yeah.
So they said that frontline workers might be able to get the Madura, either the Madura or the Pfizer next month.
Nice.
Nice.
So, news outside of the news section.
That's not related to music.
Well, there we go. So, yeah. As always, stay safe and enjoy the noise.